welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm Oshrik Vox, and the OKKO episode TKO's House left us not only pondering on PKO, the official name for KO's new transformation, short for Perfect KO, but it left us once again chewing on the notion of Shadowy Figure's identity, his relation to KO. And unless they're going for a very big misdirect, it seems as if they're leaning on the fact that Shadowy Figure is KO's father. Say what? How is this possible? Does it make sense from a narrative standpoint? And what could this mean for the show? Well, first and foremost, the scene that indicates this comes from the end of the episode, when PKO confronted Shadowy Figure on why TKO was created, not giving into Shadowy Figure's excuse that he just needed someone to get into the Glorb Sanctuary. To TKO, that's just a flimsy excuse. He wants to know why Shadowy Figure knows so much about KO, his friends, his goals, and most importantly, why Shadowy Figure looks so satisfied when KO is winning their fights. And Shadowy Figure just has a blank expression on his face, no longer coming off as cheeky and one step ahead of the game. Unfortunately, after TKO falls out of sync, Shadowy Figure disappears, so this confrontation doesn't go on any further. But all those factors, especially pride, makes the most and really only sense if there's a family relation between KO and Shadowy Figure. What makes Shadowy Figure KO's father? Well, early on in season 1 in the episode My Dad Can Beat Up Your Dad, KO laments that he doesn't have a father, to which Kero retorts, KO, you had a father and he loved you very much, implying that KO's father is no longer in the picture. Now, the timeline is very murky and some things are unclear, but a lot of you guys may be familiar with the fact that I believe Shadowy Figure is Laser Blast, who is brothers with Professor Venomous. All three of them have the same voice actor, they all look alike, but Shadowy Figure, Laser Blast, and Venomous all being one and the same is very well possible, but it's just a tad too predictable for my taste, yet it's an outcome I'm expecting nonetheless. Regardless, when Kero and Laser Blast were dating, it's entirely possible he knocked her up, unbeknownst to Mr. Gar, and whatever happened to Laser Blast transformed him into Shadowy Figure. Personally, I think he's caught in a permanent state of turbo, hence why he knew TKO was inside of his son, and works closely with his brother, aka Professor Venomous. Shadowy Figure cares so much about KO, and wants KO to reach his full potential because at the end of the day, that is still his son, and he doesn't want to be absent from his life. Yet he probably holds some resentment over what happened to him. Resentment at Gar, resentment at Point. Thus, he's unwilling to come out of the shadows, which makes me think Gar and Kero's new romantic relationship is going to be a problem in the future. Now, who knows that Shadowy Figure is Laser Blast? Well, if they are two separate people, obviously Venomous. After KO and Venomous had their first encounter in the episode were captured, Venomous seemed to recognize KO, or at least saw a family resemblance. And suddenly, a few episodes later, Shadowy Figure appears. It all makes too much sense. But if Venomous is Shadowy Figure who is Laser Blast, it's entirely possible Point knows, or at least has her suspicions, as the episode Villains Night Out established that Point is keeping an eye on Venomous. This could just be for his weapons, his inventions, but if they are aware that he could be Laser Blast, or that Venomous and Laser Blast are brothers and they have a suspicion that Laser Blast can still be alive, it makes sense why they would monitor him, looking for just the right evidence to come up so they can go in and strike. Regardless of who Shadowy Figure is, TKO's house definitely introduces weakness. KO is Shadowy Figure's heart and soul, and I think if it came down to it, if KO was in danger, Shadowy Figure would definitely intervene. As it currently stands, it doesn't appear as if Shadowy Figure has an overarching goal for KO anymore, just that he wanted to unleash TKO and further his strength, although he's doing it through very extreme means of tough love. I mean, we saw Let's Have a Stakeout. Shadowy Figure was saying some pretty harsh things to him. I think now that KO and TKO are in sync, Shadowy Figure's gonna lay low for a while. But if KO begins to struggle again with his powers, or needs help in unlocking new abilities, then Shadowy Figure may coincidentally make another appearance. Speaking of coincidences, notice how in the episode Let's Have a Stakeout, KO and Gar conveniently have a conversation about KO's missing father figure right before his confrontation with Shadowy Figure in that episode. Everything just seems to fall into place, and yeah, it's not the most complicated plot twist, but it's still one that interests me, and I hope that after Shadowy Figure is revealed, should he be, let's say, Laser Blast and not Venomous and they really are brothers, or have no actual connection, they just look alike and sound alike, I hope Shadowy Figure and Laser Blast as villains don't stop there, that the true identity of Shadowy Figure rages on as a villain for another season, giving us a nice little 3-season story arc. But as always, these are just my thoughts and I want to hear yours. What do you think? Could Shadowy Figure be be KO's father, or do you think they're throwing us a curveball? Let us know your wildest theories in the comments below, or tweet them directly to me at OstricVox. We're at the Roundtable on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. Want to help the Roundtable grow? Subscribe to us on Patreon. Get access to exclusive perks and have your name featured at the end of the video like all these beautiful, wonderful people. Also pick up an OKKO inspired Roundtable shirt, artwork by Nikki. Links to everything in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, stay in the loop with all things OKKO. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. OstricVox, out.